lot of people don't focus on the health part
of it.
whether if it's mental health, whether
Yeah.
it's physical, emotional health. We chase the money, but don't realize we got to have all these other type of health
Other
things
things in balance so that we can live a pretty balanced life in general. So yeah, a healthy life, not just balanced, but healthy. So yeah, absolutely, you're absolutely right. What kept me going? Oof. Honestly, just like you said, personal development is very important. It's important to me. It always has been. But entrepreneurship really showed me what personal development really is, because you have to choose yourself every single day. You know what I'm saying? You have to just you have to really stand up for yourself.
Welcome to the Willpower Hour podcast, where we help individuals elevate their lives through personal development, starting with their mindset. Today we have Miss Amber. Miss Amber, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Amber. I am a holistic wellness coach. I'm the owner of God Body Holistic Wellness. I do classes on Reiki, energy healing, also massage therapy and body work. But ultimately, I'm just a mom. I'm a person, just like everybody else.
Right. So what made you get into the holistic therapy, industry? Or am I saying the right thing by calling it an industry?
Yeah. Because I would say it's its own field, but it started honestly with the catalyst for it was my grandmother's death. I was really, really close to her, and that was like a driving force for me to make some changes.
Okay.
She passed away from cancer, and at that time I was in my engineering field.
Okay.
So I was deep in that, but I realized when she left that life is too short.
Most definitely.
For one, and we got to take control of our health.
Amen.
So I dove into health full force. I transformed myself, started learning new habits, different things, and now I just want to share what I know with anybody I can.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because what kind of engineer were you? Let me ask you that.
I did mechanical and chemical.
You left a field that pays pretty well.
It pays very well.
But we do know in those fields, I will probably say...
It comes with a cost.
There you go.
It comes with a cost. 12, 13-hour shifts sometimes.
Which could take a toll on your mental health.
Mental health, right. Yeah, everything. Just your quality of life in general, I would say. It was really bad. I didn't like my life at that time, and I knew something had to change. But when she left, I was like, okay, this is it, because I saw her work for her whole life. Okay. Her whole life. Whew. I want to say she was out of work for about 3 or 4 years before she got sick, and that's when everything went downhill. Yep. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going down that road. I'm gonna accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. So,
obviously, you coming from the engineer world into the holistic world, we know right there that is probably a significant financial change right there.
Right. Absolutely.
What kept you going to literally chase the holistic part? Because part of the reason why I came up with this podcast is to touch on personal development. And obviously part of that is community health.
Absolutely.
And then of course it leads to wealth after the impact and everything else. A lot of people don't focus on the health part
of it.
Whether if it's mental health, whether it's physical, emotional health. We chase the money, but don't realize we got to have all these other type of health
things in balance so that we live a pretty balanced life in general. So yeah, a healthy life, not just balanced, but healthy. So yeah, absolutely, you're absolutely right. What kept me going? Oof. Honestly, just like you said, personal development is very important. It's important to me. It always has been. But entrepreneurship really showed me what personal development really is, because you have to choose yourself every single day. You know what I'm saying? You have to just you have to really stand up for yourself. Put yourself first. You have to put yourself first above anything else. So that's what kept me going. My prices was low when I started out. I was just getting by, but I think the more value I put into myself, the more value I could put on my services, and it was just an equal and opposite exchange of energy.
I like that you said that basically personal development has been the foundation of your life
Absolutely,
to keep you going in business. And people don't understand it. And it's crazy because one of the reasons I really tapped into personal development because I went to a conference in Atlanta. And this conference was a business/personal development conference.
Right.
And they had like several people talk about personal development, encourage you, inspire you. And at the end, you had the big dog who was going to make that offer. It was a $20,000 offer.
Oh my goodness.
It was thousands of people in there, but you see hundreds of people get up and go do it.
Go do it, yeah.
And in my mind right then, I went back there. I wanted to see because my heart was beating like, man, I'm gonna miss out.
I'm feeling this,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I went there. Let me see what's so good about this. But I got in there. I'm like, if personal development in business can make somebody get up to want to take advantage of an offer. Imagine a person taking personal development and using it in their personal life and how far they can go.
Exactly.
And that's what made me hone in on personal development.
Yeah.
So it is safe to say that we all need personal development.
Oh yeah, big time.
Any aspect of life to keep going because business is almost like on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
You got to tap into so many
other things. It was so many other things that I experienced just from starting a business. I thought it was gonna be easy. I thought we was just gonna like go in, like come up with a name, come up with a logo, and it's just like make money. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that
at all.
It's not like that. But it has gotten a lot smoother. So I appreciate the grind, the process.
Most definitely.
The whole process.
Did you have any guidance in the entrepreneur world?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I give so much thanks to my mentors, my teachers, my coaches. I had amazing coaches. My personal training coach, he taught me a lot about visualization and. I started working out with my eyes closed. Started working out with my eyes closed. I was really like visualizing what I wanted my body to look like. And so now I have the ability to shape myself into whatever it is I want. So that was like a huge gem. And then I had a spiritual coach, have a spiritual coach. And oh my goodness, that that opened up so many things for me because it made the things that I was going through make sense.
Right.
It made the things that I was experiencing make sense. I needed a name to call it. You know what I'm saying? What is this? What is this that I'm experiencing? So, yeah, I had a lot of support around me. I still do. Like, I have a tribe of people that keep me elevated, keeps me going. Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That you had a village around you coming into entrepreneurial space.
Yes.
I would probably say most African Americans coming in don't have that type of guidance. Some people are really getting it out the mud.
Exactly.
I know I am. Or I was, I should say, whenever I started my party runner business. 4 years ago during COVID, I didn't have nobody. All I had was people I seen on social media when we was locked down to learn certain things. And of course, hit some walls.
Right.
But I was able to learn from it going into the group home space.
Right.
So that's good that you did have some people around you. But I want to kind of go back a little bit. You mentioned you started working out. You started envisioning the type of body you wanted. Was there a situation where maybe you felt like you was unhealthy, you was dealing with some type of medical scare, maybe you was overweight or something that put you to, let me work out?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, absolutely. So there was a time where I was a heavy drinker. Heavy drinker. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I drank a lot. Because of that, I wasn't getting the results. I already had the discipline from the military, but getting into that, I'm sorry, I got a brain fart.
Take your time.
Thank you. Getting into that, damn, what am I talking about? I'm so sorry.
You said being in the military.
Being in the military gave me the discipline, right? I still lost it. What did you ask me again?
I was asking about the alcohol.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember. All right. Sorry about that. But yeah, I was a heavy drinker and I wasn't getting the results I wanted in the gym. As much as you work out, you can work out as much as you want to, but you won't get the results you want if you putting bad things into your body.
Okay.
I got so much to say, and my mouth is like, it don't want to get it out. Don't want to get it out.
And it's okay.
That's another thing, though, and I want to talk about that, too, because my throat chakra was closed big time, you know, so this is something I'm still developing and still working on. But when I first got introduced to Reiki, Reiki is a form of energy healing, and when I first got introduced to it, it was my birthday, and my mom got me a session with this woman, and I had no idea what it was at this time. But when I went through the experience, my throat closed up. I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air and like shortness of breath and everything. It was really scary at first, and I just felt like energy run through it, you know, run through my throat area, and it like cleansed it and everything. And that's when I learned about energy healing and chakras and what they do and how they can affect your life on a day-to-day, you know what I mean?
Is this around maybe a time in your life maybe you wasn't living the best life and you was just trying to find yourself?
I mean, I was already like working out. I feel like I was finding myself, yeah. Okay. But this is like maybe a year into being an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, obviously I was still developing. I didn't know I would be here where I am now then. Like I had no idea, but I just kept going, you know. The steps just kept showing up. I just focused on that one step at a time.
Yeah, and I like that you mentioned about you was working out with your eyes closed, trying to envision the body.
Yeah.
And it brings me back to something last week. I was talking to a life coach. He's also in real estate, but he's a life coach at first. He don't really teach real estate. He like teaching life coach, mindset stuff.
Right.
And he mentioned about identity. And a lot of people get stuck on the part that because they are not physically somewhere, they feel like
they're not ready.
They're not ready, and that identifies them. That's exactly what he mentioned was imposter syndrome. And guess what it had me doing? Thinking, I'm like, imposter syndrome.
Do I have imposter syndrome?
That is, so it's great that you said that because I knew these things. You know, you gotta see it mentally.
You get a glimpse of it, right? Exactly.
But sometimes you get lost in it when you're going through certain stages in your life, transitions and stuff, to the point that I needed to be in his 2-day boot camp.
Absolutely.
Because I consider myself as a personal development mindset coach
myself
as
well.
But I think we all need coaches, like you said. You
exactly.
have multiple coaches.
I still got a team of them. Still have a team of them. Got to, because I'm still a baby in the game. I'm still a student. A student and a master at the same time, you know. And
we all are growing. Yeah. And like he say, every coach needs a coach. And I feel the same way, especially after going through his 2-day boot camp, where he mentioned about your vision can create your identity. You're already there if you can envision it.
Exactly.
Not really the physical. And I'm like, okay, because I battle with things like if I'm not there and not doing it, I feel like I shouldn't be acting in a certain way or expressing certain things prematurely. I'm kind of reserved.
Yeah, you want it to already be in fruition before you even like put it out there like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's nice that you said that. And you mentioned about working out, changes with your health. Well, I'm 8 days of no meat.
Oh, that's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you. And it's been, when I tried to do it, it's been hard. Cravings out the roof, crazy. But it seemed like this time, like, it's easy. Like my grandmother inside my kitchen, you know, frying some good seasoned pork chop.
Right.
I look at it, turn around, and go make my plate.
Yeah.
I done been to the Mexican restaurant yesterday for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh yeah.
Passed up all
of it.
Got me stuff that didn't have meat in it.
Meat in it, yeah.
And I feel good. I feel
clear. Clarity.
All that. So, and somebody asked me why am I doing it. I know I'm doing it because there's a lot of changes that's about to happen, you know, even sort of for you, which I want to get into that.
It's the season for it. It's the season.
That's it. So it's like, this is the sacrifice I have to make in other areas that might be taking up too much space to now get ready to grow into the new version of myself.
Right.
Because a lot of things is about to happen.
A lot of
and
changes,
I need to test it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're speaking about change and new levels and new versions ourselves, I know when I came and got my great massage for 1 hour, you shocked me because I'm in a stage where like I've been saying it. You've been telling me I need to incorporate massages and stuff, but as soon as I get ready to want to incorporate massages, I'm about to start coming to you and stuff. You break this news down that you are about to like not leave and go to the next city or the state. You're about to go to a whole nother country.
A whole nother country. A whole different country, yeah.
Please elaborate on that. I've been feeling some type of way the past few days. I'm going to tell you something.
I know, and I didn't even get to tell you why. So, yeah. I owe you that. I owe you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, so, actually, it was definitely spirit-led. It's spirit-led. I can't even take the credit for the idea of it. Okay. I really can't. But honestly, they've been sprinkling things in my dreams for quite some time, if you understand what I mean.
For sure.
And I would say about 1.5 years, I've been having dreams of this place. And it was just paradise to me. And I'm like, wow, this place is beautiful. But I didn't know where it was. And, you know, as time went by, it started to get more and more clear, but I still didn't know exactly. And one day I went through a shaman apprenticeship, and I'm in class, and I'm just like, my thoughts are just going everywhere. And something told me to look into astrocartography, so I did that. Are you familiar with astrocartography?
Never heard of it, but you know I'm about to go back and watch this, and I'm about to look into this because of the space I'm in.
It's really cool. It's really cool. I'm the type of person, like, I'll use all the resources that are available to me. So I look at everything. I dab into astrology a little bit, human design, but astrocartography is basically astrology and geography mixed together. So it shows you a map of where certain points and planets where you would be more aligned, basically, or misaligned. Okay. But anyway, when I looked at my map, put in my information, looked at my chart, looked at my map, there were like a lot of dots in this one area. So I zoom into the area and start to research this area, right? And I researched the area. The area looks exactly like my dreams. Like it was just so familiar, like a calling home, like a calling home. So yeah, and there's been more little signs and little things here, little trinkets of information I've gotten to make me want to go embark on this spontaneous trip. What seems like a spontaneous trip, it's not spontaneous. It's been in the works for a while, but yeah, so I will be going to get as much information as I can. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't know exactly what, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm going to drink some water real quick. But yeah,
So, I don't think you told the people where you're about to go.
Oh, no. I can't either.
Oh, you can't express it?
I can, but I'm a little superstitious. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little superstitious. I'll rather tell people when I get there.
Get there. Okay.
Yeah. Once I get there safely, then, I'll let everybody know. But I'm a little superstitious.
There's nothing
Sometimes
wrong with that.
Putting that information out there prematurely, people are not always...
genuine.
Yeah. You don't always have the best interest. Not you, but,
Sure. That's what's up. So let me ask you this. You mentioned that you went to look at this chart, and you said it looks something similar to what was in your dream. Looking back now, knowing where you're about to go, is that the place that you think you seen when it matched
absolutely.
up?
Well, and like I said, it's been spirit-led. I commune with spirit very, very much, a lot, you know what I'm saying? And when you get that call, when you get that nudge, when you get that push.
Right.
And I've been getting it nonstop. They are on me, you know what I'm saying? And I say they, I mean my gods, my ancestors, they stay on me, but they also guide me. They guide my steps. So if it was the right move, something would have blocked it already.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But everything has been pointing in that direction, to surrender, to let go, and to go on this journey. Go on this journey. So whatever comes with it, I'm here for it. Yeah.
I like
just
that.
aligning myself up with spirit, letting them guide me. Like, I don't drive this bus.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
It's taken a lot of work though. And earlier you mentioned imposter syndrome, and I was thinking about that. Every level, of I would say personal development, but you transform over time, you grow, right?
sure.
But every level of it seems like I've had to experience that imposter syndrome. I experienced it, and then I realized it, and I'm like, okay, I'm qualified for this. It's my position. This is my position.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah, it's not even existent. Speaking it, it's already there. It's already been written. That is your throne. You know what I mean? It's not for nobody else. So, yeah. But I still experience imposter syndrome. It's normal. I think so anyway.
So when we talk about, basically claiming what's already set in stone, let me ask you this, have you ever faced any type of failure in business or in life in general?
Oh, wow.
And kept going? Especially something that you feel like, I know it's set in stone.
I feel that.
Because some people can feel like it's set in stone is for me, but they still hit that brick wall.
Absolutely.
And they stop.
Absolutely. Yes. But honestly, today I wouldn't call it failure. But I'll say failure because at that time that's what I thought it was. But I had gotten married, and me and my husband had a business together, and all these things. But the relationship didn't work out. It just didn't. We grew apart, and that's what it was. But for a long time, I carried a sorrow and a sort of guilt. Like I felt ashamed of getting a divorce. It was very quick. It was very short-lived. The relationship lasted a long time, but the marriage didn't. And I was like, what? So am I not destined for union? I felt like I failed, but I realized like a lot of that was protection. A lot of it was more growth, more lessons, more stuff I needed to learn.
So you're a firm believer of every lesson is a blessing.
Oh, yeah. Or every blessing is a lesson.
Did I say it right?
You said it right, but I'm just making sure. It could go either way. It could go either way.
Because I think some people, skip over that, whether if it's in a personal life or if it's in business. Like,
absolutely,
we skip over.
You did ask me about business though, but
it's okay
because we had a business together. When that ended, the business ended, so it was like very abrupt, So I was dealing with the failure of that, the relationship and the business. Right. So I had to pick up on my own, and I'm like, whoa, this is a lot harder. I'm having to do all the jobs, So wear all the hats.
But you did learn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness, yes. And learn to flow. Just go with the flow. You know what I mean? Do what makes you happy. Follow your curiosity.
I love it. Yeah, I heard that. Failures, or she said she wouldn't call it failures, or I think she was talking about hers.
It's a lesson.
But these lessons are needed. You will hit bumps in the road.
Fall and scrape your knee.
That's it. But you got to get up. Wipe it off. Throw the Band-Aid over it.
Yes, absolutely.
So, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, right?
Yes.
You're a big mental health advocate?
Absolutely, yes.
I just had to ask.
It's in everything I do, yeah.
I love it. So, how does what you do, from the holistic part and the massage therapy and anything else you do, how would you say that correlates, or what's the importance of that? Because this is your field. Like,
right,
I'm sure you advocate and pushing for these things.
All the time.
And I know I didn't listen.
All the time.
But
right. Well, for one, experiences get trapped in our bodies a lot more than people recognize. So massage therapy, energy healing, it allows that energy to move and to become fluid again, so that you can feel more balanced. And not only that, massage therapy helps with the nervous system. I mean, I see so many people all the time saying, like, I don't know how to relax. And I'm like, my goodness, like, you never experience relaxation. but most of the world is in fight or flight, you know, and
That is deep.
they're always ready to like respond. And it's like, goodness, just be. I'm definitely well overdue for my nap, but that's what I mean. That's a part of your mental health. Taking rest is a part of your mental health. You know, saying no, I can't go to that event, or no, I can't do this for you. Like that is all mental health. Boundaries is mental health. Like yeah. So yeah, I'm a heavy advocate. Mental health, awareness around it is a very very important part of my life, and everybody's really everybody's.
It's crazy that you mentioned that because I almost live life on the go, and probably a high percentage of humans do.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, the 2 times I didn't contact you in like the last 30 days about a massage, it's been abrupt.
Yeah.
And it's been abrupt because I'm like, you know what? Let me stop whatever I'm about to do
doing
or
and
I'm
just
doing,
do it, yeah.
and let me do it.
Yeah.
And of course, the first time I couldn't catch you because of the timing,
Yeah, yeah.
which is inconvenient on me in a sense. But you know, I get you the second time, and literally when I came in and I got a massage, I felt great the next few days. Like
That's
I could tell when I
awesome.
go and run.
Yeah.
I felt
The
more
difference,
loose.
looser, and that's what I mean. Like it gets trapped physically and energetically. You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah.
Yeah.
And it can just be an experience. One person.
I most definitely I cherish everything about what you have going on.
Thank you.
This is
I
deeper than
appreciate
what
it.
we know.
Absolutely.
I'm most
I
definitely
just
going
scratched the surface today, but I would definitely love to come back in here and speak with you about the rest of it.
We most definitely will.
Okay.
Most definitely. Let me ask you something.
Sure.
What do you see yourself in
Ooh.
the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I will be that age. You know, honestly, I don't go that far anymore.
Okay.
I used to. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. I don't go that far anymore. I used to do that, and I realized it's not my plan. It's not my plan. It's God's plan. So I can't tell you. I'm taking one step at a time. I don't see the rest of the steps. You know, I do. I see them. They up there, but I stay on my step. This is where I'm at right now. So yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But definitely supporting my community, humanitarian, always, 100%. I'm for the people, you know. So I'm sure it'll be something in service of the people.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you read?
Absolutely. Yes.
What is one book that you would recommend to someone?
Okay. 1 minute for yourself. 1 minute for yourself. I would recommend that to anybody.
I can imagine what it's talking about.
Yeah.
1 minute for yourself.
I mean, the title says it all.
Yeah.
The title says it all.
If you had to go back and speak to your younger self, because you did express some things to me, and hopefully we can get into it deeper at a later time. But if you can go back and express to your younger self, knowing what you know now, what would that thing be?
It would be a lot of what I said today. It would be, that's so sweet. That's such a touching question, and an emotional one. But I would tell her, you got this. It's okay. You can cry. You can scream. You can shout. You can let it out. It's okay. And I would just give her that safe space to do it.
I love that. And just by you being able to say those things, and you said, I will give her the safe space to do it, that's deep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like, depending on the parents you come up under, the culture,
a lot of stuff is pushed down.
That's it.
Pushed down.
And that's part of the whole mental health thing, too. We push it to the curb. We push it up under the bed or whatever.
Absolutely.
And we are not, and part of it is because of the educational part.
Right.
And we're not exposed to things. But, you know, kids are not able to express themselves at some point because of the type of parents that they have, which is okay. And it's okay, but it's not okay.
Right,
it's okay because you probably was raised the same way, but it's not okay because you do have a chance to break it if you choose to.
Absolutely.
So listening to you say that, it's touching even for me. Not saying that I wasn't able to express myself. I was just not encouraged or taught to express myself at an early age. So it caused me to have behavior issues, strong emotions, where I act out of anger and do things. So I most definitely very well read that.
Well, I can't even see you angry.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I try to protect my peace.
Absolutely. At all costs. It's so sacred.
And it's important, because going through some of the things that I went through growing up, not having the voids filled, I grew up angry. But I've learned emotional intelligence over the past 10 years in my 20s because I intentionally wanted to be better and I wanted to stop playing the blame game and feeling how I was feeling.
Right.
So I literally tap into certain times, like in the morning. In the morning I call it personal development hours, aka willpower hours.
Oh, I like that.
That's willpower hour.
Yeah.
But it's also somebody else's willpower. It's the delayed gratification of instant. You make the sacrifice to get up early, put in whatever work that is.
Put in that work, yeah.
And eventually you will reap the benefit.
Exactly.
Plant
you always
seeds.
do. Exactly. Plant those seeds.
Plant seeds. So I'm getting into
watering it too. You gotta keep the maintenance
every
up.
day. And people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, man, you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, this and the third.
This is how I keep my mental health together. Okay.
And that is true.
I have a protocol here.
That is true. So I hope that I'm able to encourage other people, and I hope you were able to encourage other people to take some things that you have given, you have spoke about and expressed, or even be able to use context clues about some things you wanted to dig deep in, but you just kind of held back at the moment, so they can be able to elevate their lives, because that's what it's about. It's about being vulnerable.
Right.
Everything on the social media right now, it's all for the marketing.
Exactly.
It's the eye candy.
But the authenticity is really where it's at. That's where it's at.
And that is true.
Being who you are.
That's it. And I want to bring all authenticity to social media because for sure, I want that young person who's looking to change their lives, but they're looking for Amber. They're looking for a William.
Absolutely.
They're looking for any other person out there who means well and who's leading, even if it's directly or indirectly, and be able to be inspired to change, because I'm sure you went through things based off things that you have expressed. I know I've been through things, but where I was didn't define where I could go.
Exactly. It doesn't have to come from a victim mindset. It can come from an empowering mindset,
Amen.
You got to get through the darkness to get to the light.
That's it.
You got to go through it. So it happens. It happens.
That's it.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I appreciate what you're doing too. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that. The channel, everything, what you're doing, like, I appreciate that. Our community definitely needs that.
And we're going to bring it to them, and I hope that in the future I can add you in with some things.
For sure. I'll be more than happy to.
Yes, ma'am. So what can they connect with you with if you are okay with social
absolutely.
media?
So I do plan on getting on YouTube more myself, but I'm Amber Speaks on YouTube, Healing Energy on Instagram, Enhergy, ENHERGY. And you can also find me on Facebook. I chat a lot on there too. So
Everybody, please go follow her, tap in with her. She has some great things and some things she has told me that I need to start doing. And of course, being hard-headed like most humans, but I'm coming around because it does help me in my everyday life. And it's just essential for everybody. No matter who you are, you can be the richest, healthiest person.
Absolutely.
You're still going to need it at some point in your life. So thank you for tuning in. I am William Chapman III. And if you found any value in this, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.